Hi, people. I'm in the closet, but that's only because I'm in the closet. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's day 29 in the current shift of Bodima, variegated mother, and she's an interesting character, and there's so many amazing things that occur with her because she adjusts herself and her teachings to you. And what I've discovered is that what I'm learning from her and the Shakti Cluster app via John Lam Lash and the Meta School, you will get links, is that when you follow the lunar cycle, whether you want to adhere to the Planetary Tantra practiced and taught by John Lam Lash, free on the internet, via Nemeta, you will, Nemeta is his school, NEMETA.org. When you follow the lunar cycle, as I have done, you will discover that there are nuances in life that you become more attuned to. You become more attuned. The planetary animal mother is alive and well. She lives, she breathes us, she dreams us, she's dreaming, but she's awake and she's lucid in this dream called life. A lot of us have been sleepwalking. A lot of us are on automatic pilot. I can't get this. The lighting's all wrong. We're on automatic pilot, right? What are you doing with your life? I looked at my life and I was like, I'm scattered this way, I'm scattered that way. I'm blowing this way, I'm blowing that way. How can I make my life sane? And I discovered I actually had to, because I own my own business and I work my own hours, I have to choose what to focus on and what to let go of. And that includes people, but mainly that includes endeavors. So the two most important things to me right now, as far as where I put my energy for my livelihood, for my income, is my business and my book. So I am writing a book, Lay Girls, and it's about when I was in the adult entertainment industry, which is why I'm in the Kamala band, which is why I'm in the erotic arts, which is why so many of my videos are about me sensually dancing. Be it known, though, I'm not an advocate of porn at all. And I'm not an advocate of men jerking off to porn that is computer porn, because I experience what it's like to have a partner that discovers computer porn. I was married in 2000, I'm divorced now, and that man became addicted to computer porn, and for 3 months he didn't have sex with me because he was jerking off. I saw it with his paper tissue wads up there in the bathroom. And then I called him on it, and I was like, hey, number one, you need to erase your history. He didn't have any. We got our computer, and then he discovered blacks on blondes and fisting. Those were his two fetishes. So what I'm telling you is this. Sexuality is sacred, it's important, but when you have it with virtual reality, you're cutting yourself short. And eventually he became impotent because he required more and more and more of that stimulus to get aroused. And I will tell you also, it might be TMI, but you've hung in this long, I'm going to tell you, his ability to get a hard-on lessened the more and more he watched computer porn. And then he would come downstairs to the bedroom with a hard-on, and I'd be like, thank goodness for computer porn. But that was before, that was after he gave me a 3-month period of like no sex after you get married. What a sicko. Yeah, he was sick. I did not want to talk about that. I wanted to talk about day 29. what's happening is I'm drinking wine, and I am feeling like I'm resigned. I'm resigned to allow the lessons that I'm receiving to unfurl, like a fern would unfurl, like a plant would grow. And that I'm getting it now. I'm getting that every day is a beautiful opportunity. The sun shines upon the earth somewhere in the world, whether you have clouds or not. And you can tune in to the telluric field of the earth. And with the observation of the moon cycle, whether you see it or not, whether it's raining or not, whether it's cloudy or not, whether or not you live in the city and you can't see the moon or not, it's happening. Find a way to find it. Find a way to find out about it. And the new moon is a special time. The full moon is given, like the billboard. Everybody knows about the full moon. But when you look at the lunar cycle, you can take a look at what happens in 30 days of your life. The lunar cycle is actually the truth of time. And we just fell back here on the East Coast as far as daylight savings times goes, which means I have to go up for a walk at 4 o'clock, which used to be 5 o'clock because the sun is going to set around 6 o'clock. So if you're not off work by 4 o'clock, you're not going to be able to see the sun. When you drive home past 5 o'clock, that's actually 6 o'clock, which means it's dark already. So we're heading into the dark times. We're heading into we are now bringing the light that we understand is of the world into our hearts and into our homes, which is why we have, the holidays of the lights and all of that. The religious holidays were stamped on top of the pagan ones. And by the way, the pagans did not do human sacrifice. That's a fucking lie. They didn't. That's a lie. It was accepted as true. It was accepted as true. It's a lie. They did not do human sacrifice. They did not. I'm not saying human sacrifice didn't go on by other individuals with life systems, in other words, B-E-L-I-E with a capital L-I-E, life system. In other words, it's not a life, it's a lie. It's a belief system. It's a lie. In veritas, what is it? How do you say it in veritas is vino? In vino is veritas, that's right. In truth there is truth. In vino is veritas. Wine is a food. Don't confuse it with spirits. However, if you drink too much of it, you're not going to have control over your mind, so you have to make sure you're not drinking too much of it. And occasionally I drink too much of it. So I read on the Meta, you can go onto Planetary Tantra, which is a free program. I'll put links below. John has generously created Planetary Tantra as a gift. It's a gift. And it came in the terma. You have to understand what the terma is, and you have to understand what a terton is, and you have to understand what the whole jewel is and what he is to appreciate it and not label me as a sheeple or sheepish or whatever. I've had people criticize me, just like one person, and he's like, oh, you're just following along with it blindly. No, when something resonates with you completely 100% and wholly, you know it's true. Wholly with a W, not an H. W-H-O-L-E-Y, not H-O-L-Y. When you feel it wholly in your being and it resonates with you, I've had so many metaphysical experiences of recognizing that myself as a consciousness that has always been, always will be, and will continue continue to be on the planet, and that the separation from consciousness and the separation from source came through manufacturing of our society because we have been cut off from our own source. The recognition of the source of who we are is really important, and it's that we are from love, and we are love, and we're from the center of a four-limbed galaxy, and the Earth is in a limb of this. And our little spinning around solar system is in this universe, but if you just, there are others too. Like, think about like kites flying in a park, and that kite represents a four-limbed galaxy, and you've all these kites flying in a park. That's all of space. We're in one of them. We're just in one kite. We're in one flying through the air, Earth, space, we're four-limbed galaxy. Four-limbed galaxy. We're a solar system. We're the sun, moon, and earth solar system in a four-limbed galaxy. And we're in the third limb, and we're in the outermost limb. Think about it. Like, it's a miracle. So anyway, things are getting better. We're morphing through time. The predators are being found out. But we've got 200 more years of the Kali Yuga. 200 more fucking years. I'll put links below so you can figure out what the Kali Yuga is. Basically, it's that we're going to have more fuck-uppedness happen. People keep saying, it's got to be the worst yet, right? Isn't this over yet? Isn't it? No, I guess it's not the worst. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. Thank goodness I have parents that are still alive. Thank goodness I have siblings and a brother. Thank goodness the love of my life, who I complained about because he was polluted in his head, has come back into my life as a loving support system, as far as like emotionally. Thank goodness for all of that. Thank goodness. Hang in there, people. Hang in there. Do whatever it takes. The Shakti Cluster app has been working for me. I've been using this puppy. I've been going right in there. Blue spot, blue spot. I'm Rome. I recognize myself as a divine child of the goddess. Up at 18, which is the one amber spot above it. Recognize and know you are the child of the goddess. She knows and loves you. God knows the hairs on your head, oh, says the Christianity. But who the fuck cares if he knows the hairs on your head? She knows what's in your heart, mind, body, and soul. And she knows what's on the internet. So there. Use this. It's a handheld. It has to be physically present with you. But if it isn't, you can place it in your throat. You know, that's communication. You can use it. Life is good, folks. Enjoy it. But get out into the sun. Get out into nature. Get into your goddess nature. Get into your goddess self. Understand who you are. It's not who you've been told you are. Why do you think the witches were all killed? Why do you think the witches were killed in America? Herbalism is the way to go. Learn it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. Don't sue me. And vino asperitus. That's all, folks.